After spending hours analyzing drop tables, planning account growth, and killing over 10,000 Kurasks, I'm here to tell you why I think they are one of, if not the best, non-Slayer Ironman melee training options in old school RuneScape. Just a quick disclaimer, Slayer is generally considered to be the best way to train combat, so this video is more for those that want something to camp long term. This may be especially true for group Ironmen, where everyone may not need to get high Slayer. As for requirements and your setup, all you need here is 70 Slayer and 65 attack for a leaf-bladed weapon. You can get a leaf-bladed spear from any Slayer master, a sword from Turaths and Kurasks, and Kurasks also drop my personal favorite, which is the leaf-bladed battle axe. The battle axe has a 17.5% accuracy and damage bonus when fighting them, and that bonus does stack with the Slayer helm if you're on task. Other than that, just grab your best melee gear, food, combat potions, a rune pouch with alchemy runes, an herb sack, and if you've put in the effort for a seed box and Bones to Peaches tabs, bring those too, as they will definitely extend your trips. As for where you can kill these, they can only be found in two locations, the main one being the Fremennik Slayer dungeon. 62 and 81 agility for the shortcuts here do come in handy. The second location is in the Ioworth dungeon after completing the Song of the Elves quest. There's a bonus benefit to killing them here, which I'll get into later. As for the benefits and the drop table, first and foremost, you can get a bunch of gold here. Gold is needed for so many things like miscellanea, construction, paying the guy in Narda for creating unfinished potions, buying runes, bolts, unlocking more bank space, and obviously so much more. They drop raw gold 2 to 3k and 10k at a time commonly, and you're going to be alking a ton here too. Alking mystic robe tops, rune longswords, leaf bladed weapons, rune axes, and addy plate bodies here will definitely add up over time. It is worth noting though that you may want to hang on to your addy plate bodies for the Giant's Foundry minigame for smithing. They count as 4 addy bars, and you may want to spend your actual addy bars on addy bolts to make diamond bolts E. I send all my addy plate bodies to our group Miner for this reason. Kurasks also drop a ton of nature runes in quantities of 10, 15, and 30. Many important spells require nature runes like high level alchemy, bones to peaches, plank make, and many more. They also drop papaya fruit. These are primarily needed for paying farmers to watch your palm trees grow. Other than Kurasks, the only way to get papaya are to harvest them from the trees that you've grown and to thieve them from stalls at a 1 in 100 rate. So it's nice to stockpile these. Speaking of stockpiling, you can also get coconut, which, like papaya, there are not a ton of easy ways to get these. They're needed for antidote plus and plus plus, anti-venom potions, as well as paying farmers to watch dragon fruit and magic trees. One of the main reasons you come here, though, are for the herbs and the herb seeds. The herbs drop frequently, and when they do, they drop 3 at a time. These can be 3 different herbs or all the same, and it's always a cool feeling to get the fabled triple ranner weed drop. This has only happened to me twice in about 10,000 kills. Moving on to the herb seeds. This is what the seed box is for, obviously. They drop at a high rate, and each seed counts as basically 10 herbs of that type, depending on your farming level and how many patches you have unlocked. And so you can get anywhere from 60 to 90 herbs per farm run, and you can do those every 80 minutes. So you can get a ton of herbs per day this way. You can also get hard clues and other gem drop table rares. If you're like me and my group, you do love getting clue scrolls. There's too many great options as far as what you can potentially get from rewards from these, but you can of course look those up on the wiki. You can also get white berries, which is a secondary needed for super defense pots, and big bones, which is free prayer XP. The XP for big bones is a bit low for me, but this is a free option should you want it. The bonus benefit that I was mentioning earlier, if you kill them in the Ironworth dungeon, is the crystal shards. Those are used for divine potions and crystal equipment. I loved camping Kurasks before, but when I discovered that they were one of just a few monsters in the entire game that drop shards, it took it to another level. To build up a shard stack while training melee and getting all the other drops, training here is a no-brainer for me when I want to chillscape melee. So we've gone over the loot. You can get above 50k XP per hour in any of your melee stats. And if you're like me and you like to switch it up from Slayer, you like making gold, and you see the obvious and necessary benefits from having high herbivore and farming, Kurasks may be the play for you. Hit me up in the comment section with some of your preferred training methods, or if you have any other thoughts or questions on combat and skill training, Kurasks, herblore, or farming in general. This is my first RuneScape YouTube video, and I appreciate you watching. Hope it helps. Peace.